If I was to date an older man, who are you to say that you could guide me and teach me things? Like,
Well,
ma'am, if you're dating him, if you giving him the box, that means he already qualified.
to be honest with you, the value that women think they have is not the value that men necessarily be seeking.
True.
You know,
I've been on dates front row at the Bulls game for the first time.
I did.
Like,
I have
like that. Like,
But
I'm
if
turning it down.
No, I
ain't gonna
What?
lie.
so you saying you ain't going to no mediocre spot on the first date is what you saying?
No.
That's
Amazing.
crazy.
first and
But if a man only wants you for sex, none of that you accomplish matters.
None
Right.
of it.
You see what I'm
true.
saying?
we have all experienced a certain type of man, so you know, no shade to what somebody might be used to, but
yeah.
why would you come along and
damaging.
fuck up this girl's experiences? Like,
I say
What?
too.
If I give you my number and we texting like about a cut first 48 hours. We got 48 hours to impress me. Like, I don't want to. Why do you think I want to sit in your old face? Like, for real, like, you think I'm young, I'm lit, and I am a vibe, and I'm gonna be a vibe, and my pockets need to be filled while we vibe.
so I feel like maybe an older man looking for a younger girl to mold her into what he wants her to be, or what he feel like, you know, his perfect spouse or whatever the might be. He want to mold her.
Yeah, that's one component, but so I'll say this. Us older men that get our together, we number one like beauty, right? That's number one. You're typically more finer younger, you know, without the creepy that everybody be trying to say. You're typically more beautiful as you're younger, right?
Yeah.
Men are attracted to beauty. That's number one. Number two, we want our woman as pure as possible. So the younger you are legally, the less you didn't have. You see what I'm saying? Not necessarily saying, hold on.
That used to be true though. That statistic is definitely changing as time continues.
Hold on. I hear what you're saying because a lot of young women are doing a lot. But what I'm saying is this.
Statistically speaking.
What I'm saying is this. Imagine if she keep going and now she's my age. How many do you think that is?
That's
Okay.
true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. She, coming from my standpoint, she ain't been out here as much, right? That's number two. Number three is she ain't had as much experience, so I can teach her some. She can learn from me. I can guide her. She ain't been over by a bunch of niggas and now her heart is like her guards is up with every goddamn thing I do because she's been hurt too many days.
Okay, now let me ask you. Let me ask you. Okay, I feel your perspective. So with other men who might not be the type of man you are and that feel like, oh, I can guide her and I can teach her things. Who the f you? Who is you to say you can guide somebody and teach them things? What do you be doing?
Why you
not
bringing
you
him up?
per se, but
No, I
I'm
get
just
what you're
saying
saying.
other men with that type of mentality. That's kind of how I feel. Like if I was to date an older man, who are you to say that you could guide me and teach me things? Like,
Well,
Ma'am, if you're dating him, if you giving him the box, that means he already qualified. That made no sense what you just brought up. You only gonna deal with guys who you rock with. So if you rock with him, hopefully he's a good candidate. Well, what are you talking about?
that should be, you should see it, you should see the results.
Exactly.
When you meet him, what's going on. If you meet him and he ain't got going on, you know, he
but if
can't
you
teach
just
you.
in your life together at an old ass age, and I'm still kind of like on a decent track, then
That's true. No, if I date older, take care of me.
Most of
If
y'all
I'm
want to
dating you
get taken
because
care
you
of.
older than me, it's because I want to be taken care of. Let me be a housewife. That's all I want.
that's it.
Oh my
Fill
God.
my purse with money, please.
See, a lot of them want to be taken care of, but they don't even understand what being a housewife actually involves because you still got to do work, ma'am. You're not just about to sit here like a princess. And I'm really curious on how you wipe your ass with those nails. I'm very curious about that.
You cool with being having a sugar daddy, long as he
Yeah.
older. Yeah, okay. How y'all feel about that?
I don't like old men. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like people that's like even older than my brother. And I think my oldest brother
How
is
old is
like
your brother?
36, 35, 36. If that. But
Same.
he's probably like 34. I just can't see myself going past that age. That's just me. I don't know.
How you feel about it?
I don't know. I don't have a problem with like age, older men. I just feel like I'm at the age where like, cause I'm 25, so I feel like I could peep a grown goofy, like, you know.
A grown goofy. What?
I could be
A grown goofy.
No, but for real,
I
like
get what you're saying.
if I date older, I'm expecting to be taken care of. I'm
not
expecting
gonna lie, I
the
agree.
princess treatment.
Yeah, it's the Libra. Look, I'm not dating you for nothing else. What do you think?
I'm a Libra
like,
too.
Yes, like I don't want to. Why do you think I want to sit in your old face? Like, for real, like you think I'm young, I'm lit, and I am a vibe, and I'm gonna be a vibe, and my pockets need to be filled while we vibe. That's just that.
Yo, this woman says she young in a vibe. Ma'am, you're not going to stay young and, I guess, attractive to your standards as long as you think you are. You're going to get old and you're going to get unattractive and you're going to get worn out because guess what? Life is going to wear you out. But, ma'am, all y'all up here, y'all got two options. You either get with your classmate, get with the young guy, grow with him, y'all manipulate the world together, y'all figure things out together, or you get with an older guy. And I'm not saying he got to be extremely older, but he might be somewhat older than you. And guess what? You need to get on his program. And it is what it is. You don't have no options after that.
Why do you want to sit? Why do you think I want to sit in your old face? Is crazy.
I just cussed
But
out
you
an
ain't
old
wrong,
daddy.
you ain't
Like,
wrong.
for
Now,
real.
would you be cool with having a situationship with an older guy versus a relationship? Kind of like, you know, he hit
A
me
relationship
off
is just
$2. You feel me?
a lot. You gotta.
No,
That's a lot.
I'm just saying. So like, just you cool with him
I
just
feel
being
like
your little nigga? Y'all do
Only a
what y'all do here and there?
situationship. Only a situationship.
right. Wow.
Anything outside of that, like relationship, meet my family, I meet yours.
Yeah, no, that's doing
That's too much with an
Right,
older
right.
man. Like,
That's
You know,
crazy.
we cool with that though.
the situationship though.
I'm not
lucky,
cool
I
with
don't-
that.
I'm not gonna lie. I like to be shown off. If I'm going out with an older man, for example, I went out with an older man not too long ago. He took me around all his older homies. They like, damn, she, where her friends at?
I'm
Right,
crying.
I'm trying to fill their pockets,
Right.
and I'm like, I feel so good right now. They hyping me up. Yo,
How old was he?
your age?
Oh, okay. Cool.
All
So
y'all
he-
want that.
he got-
The sad part is that they talk about age. Yo, put any of these women in front of Chris Brown, Drake, Usher, any of these guys. What you think they gonna do? And they would love to be in a relationship with that guy. And guess what? Those guys are all older guys. You talking about guys that are in their 30s to 40s. And they would still be all the way down to be that girl. So all this age shit don't even matter. It just boiled down on the guy. But honestly, I wouldn't even suggest giving any of these type of women an actual real shot or chance. They're going to always probably stay for bust down material. That's a sad reality about it. The women that carry themselves like this, they're going to always stay bust down material. And they never really going to understand how to get out of that.
Because obviously, I don't know if y'all see a lot of relationship podcasts like that, but they be talking about like it's best to get married young because successful men like younger women, and by the time you play and do all this shit and get older, ain't nobody gonna want you. Do y'all feel like that it's okay to get married young, or you should wait?
I feel like times have changed.
Right.
People
I feel like it
don't
depends
change.
on the situation.
Definitely depends on the
Everybody's
situation.
is different.
But predominantly, man, live your life right
Live
now.
your
Yeah,
life.
for sure.
Live your life.
We
I
got so
feel
much
like
time to get married.
That's
Don't get
horrible
married
advice.
too young, because like you probably don't even know what you like. I feel like just scientifically speaking, your frontal lobe is not developed until 25. So it's like
Yeah.
you might like some different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody change.
Yeah,
Everybody
as
changes.
time go on, like I like mushrooms now, and I never used to eat mushrooms, but as
Tips.
time went on,
Oh,
I like.
first and foremost, you getting together with somebody or getting married, it's the best time is when you don't know what you like. Because once you go out there and you start bouncing around and you start trying this and trying that, and you trying to really find that specific one, you never gonna find it. You only gonna cause a lot of trauma, and you gonna stress yourself out, and you become worn out. You gonna stay in this rat race of constant dicks, and you can't have all this dick with no consequence. It's always gonna be consequences.
Like mushrooms,
Right.
who's to say? Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I feel like my taste in men definitely have changed. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Mary
it
Young
get
is
like
crazy.
that.
Marrying young
I mean-
is crazy.
I mean, honestly, from a woman's standpoint, I think it's the best thing to do. But I also understand where y'all coming from, because my child's mother, I have a 5-year-old daughter. I met her when she was 22. I was 31. You know what I'm saying, at the time. And now that I look back on it, and my daughter's her age, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking about? That was a child. She wasn't ready for all this shit I got going on. Like, I've been a daddy since I was 16.
Right.
Like, I've got a lot of experience. I'm way, way ahead of her mentally. So I'm trying to pour all this shit on her. And she, you know, spoiled child, mom and daddy, they got bread, they kept a coddle. So she don't really be out here like this. So now she meet me, and now it's like, God damn, this nigga got all this shit going
She
on.
bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
You feel me?
Like,
You feel me? So, like, me personally, now, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, you know.
you ain't wrong. I had to set a YN free. For real. Had to set him
Shout
free.
out to the YN.
I had the YN free.
Oh.
Shout
I
out
love
to
the
the
YNs.
YNs.
So-
Definitely had.
I just set him free because I'm like,
Set 'em
we
free.
was spending time together, and then one day he like, yeah, you know, you said you love me in your sleep. I said, I ain't say nothing like that. Now you lying. Now you lying.
Now you tryna
You acting
manipulate
crazy.
you.
I said, you want to say you love me? You don't love me. You don't even know me like that.
That should be sounding
Wow.
good, though,
You know what
especially
I'm
when you do
saying?
drugs. When
You-
you do
it
drugs.
sounds-
He don't do drugs, but I get it. You young, you still kind of like back and forth from your mama house to your crib. Like, I get it. You only like 23, 24. So, you know, I'm like,
Oh,
let
you
me
rocking
just.
the cradle.
I was.
Well, see, that's
Hold on. Why are you even giving this guy the chance or the experience to make him think that he better than what he is? For then when he tell you that he loves you, you literally shoot him down. Y'all wonder why guys don't be honest with y'all emotionally to tell y'all how we really feel. Look at what you just did to him. You giving him the buns at your grown age. You're older than him. You giving a young dude the buns, but then when this guy actually really want to be kind of somewhat seriously emotionally express himself to you, you don't know what you want. You don't want this. You this ain't for you. What are you doing? That's so confusing and damaging right there.
So I'm saying this
Listen,
is-
we don't
Rocking the cradle.
Okay?
Listen,
Crazy.
we
I feel like a
know.
lot of younger men just like the idea of
Just crash out because
Yeah.
of y'all.
Right.
They
Yeah.
more so the idea of
That's
us.
Yes.
exactly
So you-
how my
Like
ex
this
You
bitch
think they
got
don't
her own
value y'all
crib.
no
She
more?
got
She
her
doing
own
this,
car.
she
She this. She
ambitious.
this.
But I feel like
Like-
that's because of
Oh,
social
She got
I
a
look up
mental
to her.
program.
Like, come on, like no.
So
we
y'all
can't be
don't
doing
think
all
these
that.
young men value women no more?
No.
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 And they
it be
don't know how,
superficial.
and they don't have any guidance.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I mean, that's just the truth. We don't have
A lot of
guidance
these
either, but we
YNs
make
were
it work,
raised by
but-
YBs. They don't know how to act.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
right. I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
YNs getting
Yeah.
raised by YBs. Crazy world.
What's a YB?
A young bitch.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Crazy.
Damn.
All these acronyms.
Oh,
A
okay.
young nigga getting raised
Or the
by a young
LBs, they call
bitch.
them the little bitches.
Yeah, I get it.
Cause
yeah.
if you 32 and you got a 15-year-old son, you was what 17 when you had
He's
him.
young. You
Shit,
didn't know.
I was 16.
You know what I'm saying? So
But I was a
Yeah.
single parent though. I raised my son.
Mm.
I you know, wasn't nothing wrong with his
Wow.
mama, but that's my son. You know, I gotta raise a son.
but you know, you different from a
Respect.
lot of other people.
Well, so
That's how you get caught right there. You different. Yeah, that different get in your life and wreck you up.
when I was younger, like we were different from these guys. Don't get me wrong, we had hoes and shit too. Don't get me wrong. It ain't
Right.
like, as far as that aspect, but we was more responsible. We was more into women, like we was more into pleasing women. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, it was a thing to buy girls flowers and open the door for them and, you know, buy them cards and shit.
Nobody
Even though
courts
we didn't
anymore.
have no money when, you know, in a teenager, but that
But
little
you'll
$9,
still
$10
do the
we
best you
had,
can.
we
I'm
spent
proud
it all
still
on
do
her
it.
and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to impress her and shit like that. Holding hands, you know, letting everybody see us kissing and shit like that. Like we value women a lot more then than now. But I mean, it's kind of tough though now because the women exploit themselves though. If you really be honest, like a lot of women, you know.
What you
y'all
mean
see
by
the
exploit
sexy
yourself?
red shit? You know what I'm saying?
I feel you say hoochie coochie.
Right. That's like I mean, if you gonna act like that, like I mean,
I
really.
feel it. I feel
What
it.
about
But
the men that's acting sassy though?
Yeah.
What do you define
A lot of
sassy?
men are sassy.
They
Sassy.
want
is
us
sassy?
to court them.
Sassy.
Yeah.
They want
They
you-
want to be courted.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because the niggas that y'all want, all the hoes want them. Every woman want the same nigga.
Gotta
So
compete.
when it comes to that, he got hoes just like you got niggas. So it's like he don't have to put in work like you think he should
'Cause he
because
can go to the
he
next
can go to the
girl
next
and
bitch
just
just like you
do
can.
the bare minimum.
And that's where the problem come in there. Cause now you looking at a man and like, okay, damn, nigga, I ain't finna so
you
your
know what's
sassy.
so crazy? I feel like that's the problem with the people I date. They feel like, you know, they got different hoes and they can do this and they
Yeah.
can fulfill them. But then they go out there, you know. I'm like, go ahead. I'm peace. Go get them.
He basically
go
saying
get 'em.
these
If
niggas
she
know
that
they
bad,
worth
bring her
now.
back.
Talking about they
But
know
you
they
know what I'm
worth
saying?
Oh, they worth
I
now.
don't get it,
No.
but after
Take a
so
shot to
long,
that.
they like, yeah, man, I really wasn't.
These niggas know
I'm
they
like,
worth
yeah,
now.
you went out there and you saying you didn't have, it wasn't nothing. It was just, you just got your nut off. Then what?
A lot of these women think they're better than what they are. Pinkhead really thinks she better than what she is to say, yeah, go ahead, go out there, do you. And then when you come back, you see what happened. I'm the best thing still. No, you were just the best option for him to come back to.
Pretty much that's all a nigga be wanting sometimes, you know? So,
But what if you want more than that?
at your age, I doubt it. A nigga your age, absolutely not.
I feel it.
You know?
That's
For
why
me,
they
I
stay
just
with
be like,
that
I
ad.
be real. I live in my own. I really feel like the reality I live in is really my reality. So I be like,
That's
you not-
delusion, friend.
I'm very delusional. I'm like, you're not gonna
That's just
find
like-
another Electra.
Reality.
I
What?
feel that.
That's my reality.
feel that.
Like, so
Well, the
like,
thing about it is to be honest with you, the value that women think they have is not the value that men necessarily be seeking.
True.
You
I
know?
feel that.
So like you would say, okay, I'm a bad, I'm a, you know, whatever, because I got my together, I'm doing this and I'm that. But if a man only wants you for sex, none of that you accomplish matters.
None of it.
You see what I'm
true.
saying? So you think you're valuable, but I just want to. So I don't give a about where you work
You right,
at.
look,
You see
hey.
what I'm saying? So you feel like, okay, nigga, I'm one of them. Treat me accordingly, and
Yeah.
and he thinking like, well, I've as half decent as you
That's
just to get
true.
some. You
Get
know what I'm
they nut
saying?
off.
Just to get a nut off.
Just to get they
You
nut
bad, but I ain't finna do too much. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I
You don't feel like
no.
that's insane?
It
Like,
is
that's
insane.
just-
no,
It's
because
insane.
because
That's
the thing,
like-
Especially from what you just said, what you used to, like,
what?
what y'all used to, like, catering to women.
Yeah.
So for the YNs, you know what I'm saying, to even, like, just think that way, you don't think
Well,
that's
it
a
depends.
problem?
They don't
It
understand.
depends. It depends on who raised them, because like
understand.
like I say, I raised my son.
They don't got no daddies.
No,
That's what I said.
I get it, and that's why I said
Heavy
I
on the
raised
no
my son
daddies.
different.
They don't got no daddies. They
Heavy-
just sucking
heavy
on their
on the
mama
no
titties
daddies.
all their life. Then they come to us and then want to
Suck
suck
on
on our
our
titties.
Well, thing about it is
Like,
it's
you
not.
ain't come out my. So why I gotta be all this motherly stuff?
For real.
Like, it's
Damn, you supposed to be a nurturer by nature, but these girls just like to drink too. I'm be honest, this whole session, bro, they've been on the couch just drinking. They don't even understand their role in a relationship as being a woman. That has completely fleeted, man. You could tell these girls are just on autopilot, thinking that they're just supposed to get everything and they're not supposed to give anything. They don't. It's really sad.
How much y'all think a nigga should spend on the first date?
I feel like it's circumstantial.
I was gonna say
because
that.
yeah.
I done went on
Yeah,
the
it
first date
depends.
that was like, oh, okay, we just finna go to Bar Louie. Then we done went from Bar Louie to Fulton Market to this place to that place. You know what I'm saying? So we done been on tour on the first date. So I just feel like it depends on the man.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm turning some down. I've been on dates front row at the Bulls game for the first time.
I did.
Like,
I have
like that, like
But
I'm
if
turning down.
no.
I
I
ain't gonna
What?
lie.
So you saying you ain't going to no mediocre spot on the first date? Is what you saying?
No,
That's
Amazing.
crazy.
first impressions are lasting impressions.
that's what I'm saying.
What?
It just depends for me. If I'm on some cool shit, then you know what I'm saying? You might be, okay, so just hypothetically speaking, you get a nigga number and then you at happy hour by yourself and I'm in Fulton Market and then he come Fulton Market. Technically, that's considered the first date because that's the first time
And
y'all
it's a
link
vibe
it. You know what I'm
still.
saying?
And that's
So
still a vibe.
It's a vibe still. So I feel like everything is just like circumstantial. But if you plan a day, like, okay, babe, you get ready.
Yeah, I think
I'ma
it's
get
more
ready.
plan
Woo up
date.
the
Plan.
bam. If it's a
Plan ahead.
planned date,
I need
if
to
you
know.
guys
This is what's sad, man. When you got so many successful guys that just hit these women up, really they just use them as bust down material, but they take them out on the dates because they got the money to also. So what happens after that is that a lot of these regular chicks get a overinflated ego thinking that that's what they qualify for. All y'all is average and basic. But the guys that's courting y'all are well above average, most likely. What you talking about? I was front row at the Bulls game. That, man, you don't qualify for no front row Bulls game white tank top, and you know you don't. But automatically, because that happened, that make you think that that's the level I'm on. You basic, very, very basic. But when these women go on these expensive dates, now any other guy who come in there who just try and be a real thoughtful guy who actually got a real plan for you, probably got great morals, you're going to treat him like he a lame. And that's very, very sad.
plan this and he like, oh, I want to take you out to A, B, C, D, and we gonna do da da da. Then I feel like a couple hundred. We grown. You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
I'm good.
And then also too, you gotta read the room with the type of woman you got. You know, we are all in the industry. You know, so I feel like we have all experienced a certain type of man. So, you know, no shade to what somebody might be used to, but
Yeah.
why would you come along and
damaging.
fuck this girl's experiences? Like,
I say
What?
two things. One, I feel like if a woman really likes you, it don't matter where y'all go. She just want to be around you. And that's just
Exactly.
from my experience. Number two, I tend to take females on nice places just because I want to go. And she just there with me. Like, to me, it ain't even no date. I want to go and I just want some company.
I seen,
you feel me?
I
That's
seen-
how I look at
I
it.
seen a man say that on Facebook. He was like, if you're going to take a woman on a date, just any type of date, make sure it's somewhere you want to go and that you want to try. Because
Exactly.
you're the one that's going to be spending your money. So
Facts.
just make sure it's what you want to do. And I'm
But see,
like,
I
okay.
ain't balling on the budget, so I'll spend $500 and won't never call your ass again. That shit mean nothing.
That's
to me.
crazy.
Mac Mall.
Don't mean nothing to me because
type
I'm
of guy.
not.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
Right. Cheers to that. So where we
what a
going?
night.
Cheers to the niggas
No,
with no
just
budget.
Dead ass. I've done it multiple
Niggas
times.
with no budget.
Like,
Niggas with
for
no
sure.
budget.
I got them at I went on a date one time. The bill was like $4.15. I didn't like her vibe. I paid for the food. I was a
Still,
gentleman.
Damn,
I
what was
wasn't
so
even.
bad?
Right.
I
What was the
wasn't- it
vibe?
just-
What turned you off?
I just didn't. I didn't feel it. Like, I'm big on energy, and if I don't feel that the energy is like, okay, to me, you just want to eat, bitch. So fuck it, let's eat.
I'll get
Let's
your little
eat.
food.
Right.
Go.
Order you some drink, whatever. I ain't tripping. I'm not petty. I don't care about that shit. I'll big dog myself about that shit. Like, bitch, eat good and buy.
I feel like that's
I will say this, man. Mac Mall cut from a different cloth. He cut from a different breed. Regular guys don't do that. Don't just go out there spending no $400-$500, man, because money is hard to come by. Like I said, Mac is on a different level. If you want to move like that, cool. But for majority of guys, move accordingly when it comes out to how much bread you spend.
because today,
You feel me?
the
Bye.
day and age we live in is so social media. A lot of people don't have personalities, and
That's
that's,
true.
why
I was gonna say
Facts.
look at her
that's why
personality.
dates be terrible sometimes.
Yes.
Like it's
Lacking substance.
Most of y'all don't have. I hate to keep pausing this, y'all. Most chicks on a date have, but you could tell a white shirt is very dry. Give you starfish energy. Stop trying to act like you got the most personality, man. You just want to get taken out. You done drunk probably like 3-4 little double shots. Stop acting like you just, I'm just filled with life and experience. You have done nothing. Most guys still have to put in way more effort than what you do from your experience of getting spoiled by guys. That's not experience. You getting spoiled by somebody is not experience.
I think I'm getting to the age where like if I give you my number and we texting like about a first 48 hours. We got 48 hours to impress me.
Yeah.
I would never go on a
48
date
hours.
with you if I don't even like how conversations going through text, because what's the point?
That's very true.
I'm sitting in a date and you just, I don't want to be here. I'm not vibing with you.
I feel it.
I
but
wasn't vibing with you before, so what's the point?
Catch me.
This girl just compare her dating life to first 48. Ma'am, you not getting stimulated in text messages in the first 48 hours. You gonna send yourself down a road of destruction. You gonna have a lot of great guys that you gonna pass up on because you feel like you weren't getting stimulated. The guys who not stimulate you through them text messages is probably the guy that you need to be dealing with. The ones who can though, those are gonna be your master hunters. Those are gonna be the ones that's very equipped and prepared to make you feel a certain way, to get to that box as quick as possible and get up out of there as quick as possible. And it's gonna send you down that road of, niggas ain't this, niggas ain't that, but it's just the ones that you're dealing with. That's what it is.
Me on an off night with some off white,
Yeah.
and I'm
You
bored.
gotta catch
crazy.
me,
I go on a
You
date
gotta catch
if
me
I'm
at the
bored.
right
If I'm
time.
just bored, let's go. What you doing?
I've done that before.
Yeah.
I have
Let
gone.
me ask y'all this, right?
Crazy.
Because I
Crazy.
had a lot of conversations with women, right? None of them has said this on the podcast, but behind closed doors. Two things that every woman has had: a one night stand and a threesome. Is that true?
Yes.
That's
Most
not
women
true.
have not had a threesome.
I have had a threesome.
I'm gonna leave it right there, y'all. Y'all like the video? Y'all comment below. This is Not a Shot Podcast. My boy Mac Mar, he was on the podcast not too long ago. Definitely gonna have him back. Y'all make sure y'all sub to his channel. Watch this in its entirety. And I want to know y'all thoughts about the situation, man, because I feel like the generation is getting worse. It's getting worse. And you know, it's one of them things where it's like, I don't know what is. I think in these situations, this is where, and I'm not a big religious person, but I think this is where religion can combat, because people do need morality. People need morals. But when morals start fleeting, you get more of this culture of people not being able to be shamed correctly, to where people just want to go with the flow. I'm going to just do what I want to do, and there's no shame out there, and then you're going to cause all this trauma. See, these women young right now, they don't understand when they get to their 30s, boy, they're going to have a different mindset. They're going to think completely different. It's going to possibly reset itself. But let me get y'all thoughts on this. Y'all like the video, comment below. This is JayBReacts, y'all. Until next time, peace.